Alright, well, good morning. Welcome back to day 2 of the Smoky Mountain Park, National Park adventure. This morning we're up very early, ready to shoot sunrise here at an overlook on the North Carolina side of the Smokies. Waiting for the sun to come up. We got here about an hour before sunrise. Made some coffee. And I'm just sitting here and waiting to see what happens. Cars passing below us here, and we're going to see if we can make an image. Now typically when I come here, there's not really a great foreground element, so what I do is I usually use a long lens and zoom in a little bit more, try to capture something that way. I have done a few where I had people have gone down below me up along the guardrail, and I've taken couple pictures that way. I'll put one of those in here so you can see it from several years ago, taken with my EM1. Alright, so when the light comes up, we'll try to capture stuff. I tried some live composite already this morning, and just not enough light at this point to do much of anything because it's pretty damn dark. Don't know what we're going to get. It's cold, the wind is up. Alright, it's hard to tell. I can't see anything, so I'm assuming we don't have, we're going to have a lot of clouds. I don't think we're going to really see much, but you never know. So we'll stick it out here for a while and see what we can get. So thanks for coming along. Alright, so there really isn't a lot of light yet, but I thought I would try some manual focus and see what I could come up with. Alright, and you see here, seeing we're 0.7. Alright, we're going to stay at 2.8. Alright, we're going to drop it, alright, we're going to go, let's go just plain even, 20 seconds. And I've manually focused, so you can see here, there really isn't much of any light or anything out here. Alright, this is a 20-second exposure. Alright, now granted, it's windy, so it's going to have some blur to it, but so what? So we let it go. So let's see what we get. And basically almost perfectly pitch dark. Again, it's a 20-second exposure, so you got time here, you got to wait. All right, so there you are. All right, we're done. Let's see the image. So there, you get an idea. Even in pitch black. Try that one yourself, just to see how you can do it. Alright, so the light's coming up. I don't know if you can see it very well, but there is a lot of color, even up here behind me. If you look out here. Now the wind is doing a good job of getting rid of a lot of the leaves, but still we're pretty clouded, not getting really anything fantastic. A little bit of pink, but the colors in the valley are spectacular. The biggest problem I'm having right now is just trying to, autofocus isn't working, so I'm having to manual focus. Now, I'm using both cameras. There. You can see what we're shooting at here. And that's what we're getting. There's a lot of clouds, but is what it is. Alright, we're gonna shoot here for a little while, then we're gonna move on and see if we can find some elk before we go to breakfast. So anything turns out, I'll put it in, here for you to see. Alright, so certainly the color on the North Carolina side, at least this year, is much better than on the Tennessee side, at least at the time I'm here, which is right around the 20th of October. So, yeah, this is, color-wise, has been spectacular. Now, it's raining like crazy, but beyond that, the color, especially the yellows, wow, really nice. So I'll turn it around here so you can see. Turn the light off first. Now, you can see. No light on, but yes, I'm still hand holding. I haven't mounted it yet. I may do that a little bit later. Alright, gonna keep looking, see if we find some elk. Well, found some elk. They're out here. I don't know if you can see them with the light on or not, but yeah, maybe. Found some elk. So now we're close to Cherokee. I'm gonna put on my raincoat and get out here and see if I can capture a few images with the 50 to 200. I don't know what it'll look like, but we're gonna try it. Alright, so continue to find elk. It's raining. It's not really a lot of fun to be out in and photographing them. So I'm right now here in the Jeep, but you can see male chasing the females. There's a male right there. Alright, taking some images here with the 50 to 200. I don't have the TC on. You know, we're just doing it, you know, it's pretty dark. I've had ISOs up to 12,000 because it's rainy and overcast and quite frankly just yucky. But that is what it is. So gonna keep shooting. All right, anything for, you know, for the elk here in Cherokee that I, you know, that turns out, I'll put in, you know, here at the end of this particular segment so you can see it. Alright, so we are on the trail to Mingus Mill over here near Cherokee, North Carolina. I like to take pictures of this one too when I get a chance. It's not a long walk from the parking lot, quarter of a mile if it's that far. It's a little different type of mill than cable mill. You know, I stopped and put on my waterproof boots because I'm, you know, tired of getting wet. So I might as well, since I have the equipment, I might as well use it. So we're taking the 12 to 40 and we're gonna walk out here and see if maybe we can get lucky. And it looks like there's a little color back here. Yeah, the mill's here in front of us, see if you can see it. All right, it is definitely a different style. It's a lot bigger, but it's beautiful. It's great to capture an image of, so that's what we're going to do. Well, I didn't put a circular polarizer on, and maybe I'd have been better off, you know, if I had. All right, so here we got the same problem we have a lot of times. See how the sky is overexposed? Everything else looks good. So same kind of problem we have. We can, you know, use a graduated filter, or we can leave it. I think we'll probably take it both ways. All right, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take it vertical and horizontal, just to see what it looks like, basically from this perspective. So again, if any these turn out, I'll put them in here. All right, it's still raining, and we're headed to Soco Falls. Now, there's a new trail, a lot different than the old way getting there. The old way was right next to the road, and you had to, for lack of a better term, you had to go down a few steps and then basically use a rope to get to the bottom and to get out. This is supposedly open this year, and it's got a lot of steps. Supposedly it's pretty steep, a little bit longer, obviously, a lot longer. But even though it's raining, the weather sucks. I figured I'd still do it. Here, turn around, you can see the trail. You know, the colors are nice. But I can tell you, it's steep without the steps. They said it was steep, and it is. Coming out ain't gonna be easy or fun, but it is what it is. Hopefully we can get down here and get an image. What I will do as I'm working my way down there, put an image in here, all right, that I've taken here in the past going in the other way. If that helps. All right, so I've made my way down here. God willing, I can get out. It's pretty steep coming down. They've changed it a lot. Used to come right down this hill from right there, and you would have to go down a rope. You could get all the way down there to the bottom. The image I put in here was taken from down there. Now you can't. So I have to take it from up here. So I'll do that. I'm gonna, you know, I didn't bring a tripod with me. Shame on me, but I'm gonna set up, take an image or two. All right, see what I capture, and anything that's any good, I'll put it in here. All right, I guess we're gonna have to end the video here. I tried to make it to Cataloochee, but the road was closed. I don't know if it washed out in the rain today or if it's been closed for a while, but I couldn't make it in. I was supposed to be camping in there tonight. So hopefully I can get my money back. Not that it was a lot, it was 30 bucks. But so I guess we'll end the video here, and I'm just gonna, you know, start the 5-hour trip home here on I-40, you know, and it is what it is. So I guess I'll end by saying a couple things. One, the 50 to 200 2.8. We'll see the images to see how they turned out. All right, when I was photographing wildlife, it acquired focus mega fast. All right, and it was smooth and easy to use. You know, and I was photographing in the rain, and it didn't miss a beat. Okay, it didn't miss anything. It was right on. Now, this morning though, when I was trying to, you know, take images of sunrise, it struggled to acquire focus. I ultimately had to manual focus, even as the light came up. You know, I was using one camera with the 12 to 40 on it, and one with the 50 to 200. The 12 to 40, you know, could autofocus. All right, the 50 to 200 couldn't. That's a little bit concerning. Now, it could have been the way I had something set up. All right, could have been something on me. I just couldn't get it to work. But manual focus seemed to be okay, but the autofocus, not sure. So we'll, you know, you be the judge of the images and everything, you know, once I put them in here, but know that at least I had a little bit of trouble with, you know, autofocus, all right, when I was trying to shoot single, not continuous, all right, and I was trying to shoot, you know, in low light. So that kind of, you know, that really surprised me. Okay, could have been me. I'm not going to say it wasn't. You know, beyond that, I don't know, we'll see the images. I think I got a couple good ones on this trip, so I think we did see some elk, so we got a chance to use it. You know, we got to shoot a waterfall or two, and we got to, you know, just get out and take some nice pictures. So unfortunately the trip gets cut short. So thanks for coming along, everybody. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, share it to help grow, you know, the channel. You know, and as we always say, till we see you again, stay safe.